Hello and welcome to Bax Music. My name is Martin and in front of me I got two extremely powerful audio interfaces by the legendary SSL. Let's go. Solid State Logic, aka SSL, was a company founded in the late 1960s, but it was in the mid-70s where they started producing the mixing consoles for which we all know this brand today, and in particular the 4000 series. Even today, these consoles are regarded as some of the best in the industry, and the biggest of musicians recorded their sessions on a SSL console. Think of the likes like Dr. Dre, Pearl Jam, or even Pink Floyd, who recorded their famous music through an SSL console. But with all that rich history, you get a very, very rich price tag, and original 1970s, 1980s SSL consoles are almost not affordable anymore. But what we do have here is a way to get that sound straight from the past for a very, very budget-friendly price. In front of me is the SSL 2 and 2 Plus, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about them. What I've got in front of me today are two very sharply priced, 2-input, USB-powered interfaces filled with all the knowledge and experience that SSL has gained over the last 50 plus years. The SSL 2 and 2 Plus are extremely similar, but as you can already tell, the 2 Plus has a little bit extra, making it a Plus variant. My hope is that this video helps you choose between the SSL 2 or the 2 Plus and find out which one is perfect for you. Let's start out with the similarities between these two interfaces. Both of these feature two combination XLR jack inputs with SSL developed preamps, and these preamps are praised for being very open and clear, so it delivers your sound the way you put it out in the world on your computer through this interface. And it is for both of these channels where we have a legacy 4K button. And this button is the reason why I started this video out with a little bit of a history lesson on SSL, because this button allows you to emulate the sound from an original 4000 series console, but that for a fraction of the price. It does the emulation by adding slight harmonic distortion and slight saturation to your sound with an addition of some air, which is a slight boost in the higher frequencies in the top end of your signal, allowing you to sound like your sound is coming straight through a time machine. Next to that, we have some separate controls on each of these channels. We have a switch to go to a line level signal. We got a high Z channel for plugging in electric guitars and bass, for instance. And one thing that I find very useful on consoles is per channel activation of phantom power. Next to these channels, we find the main volume control for your monitors, and this one goes up to 11.
These go to 11.
To round off the tour of the top of this interface, we also find a monitor mix control, where you can adjust the amount of yourself that you're hearing through the preamps and the amount of mix that is coming from the computer, which is also very, very useful if you're trying to record over something. And next to that, we find a volume control for our headphone amplifier. Both of these interfaces record at a resolution of 24-bit 192 kHz, which makes sure that your vintage sounding signal keeps up in these modern times. But I can already hear you thinking, Martin, then what are the differences? Well, I'm gonna tell you more about them, because as you can see, the 2 Plus has a little bit extra, so let's dive into that. The first thing that I noticed looking at the 2 Plus was the secondary headphone out, along with its separate volume control and little button. And what the little button does, it's a button to switch to channel 3 and 4 that you might be sending from either a DJ mixer or your DAW, allowing you to put a separate mix on your headphone B, which is very useful if you want to preview something before sending it out into the world, especially useful if you're using this in combination with a DJ mixer. And DJing seems to be top of mind by SSL while making the 2 Plus, because this also features an additional 2 sets of RCA outs, which makes it really easy to connect a DJ mixer to this interface. And finally, you also get a 5-pin DIN MIDI in and out on the SSL 2 Plus, allowing you to easily connect your MIDI instruments to this interface. And as a cherry on top, you also get a software bundle along with the purchase of any one of these two interfaces, coming in the form of SSL native Vocal Strip 2 or Drum Strip plugins, Native Instruments hybrid keys and Complete Start to kick off your sample library, and finally a license of Ableton Live Lite and 1.5 gigs worth of Loop Cloud samples. All in all, these are two excellent value for money interfaces which are extremely competitive inside of their respective price range. All in all, I hope that this video helped you pick one or the other and maybe informed you about the choices that you're about to make in purchasing either one of these interfaces. If you want to know more about these interfaces or maybe just go over the specs one more time at your own pace, there's links to both of these interfaces down below in the description. If you like this video, a thumbs up is greatly appreciated, and please do subscribe to the Bax Music UK YouTube channel because I'm going to do way more of these videos. So I hope to see you again on the next one. Bye bye.